So to start your portrait triptych, I want you to open up the triptych template that is in the Triptych Portrait folder in Vander Digital. Then open up your hands photograph, your feet photograph, and the face photograph that you're going to use for your triptych. Today we're going to use Mr. Gallardo. Now I want you to notice that the triptych template has 3 additional layers. We have a square that says top face, a middle one that says middle hands, a bottom one that says bottom feet. Each one of these is going to correlate to the photographs that you have. So let's start with the face image. I want you to grab your move tool, and I want you to take your face image and drag and drop it into the triptych template. I'm going to retitle this one to say Mr. Gallardo. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize this so that it fits over top of that top black box. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over to my layers palette, make sure that my Mr. Gallardo layer is on top of my top face box, and I'm going to clip them together. This is what we call a clipping mask. So you're going to press Alt on your keyboard, put your mouse between the 2 layers, just like this, put them between the 2 layers, and click with your mouse. Now what you're going to notice is that Mr. Gallardo's face is now clipped to that square. I can move this all the way around and it stays clipped. I can also resize it if I want to make this image a little bit bigger and just have his eyes and his mouth. I can move it up so we just have his nose and his chin and beard, or I can move it down so that we can have just his eyes and his forehead. It's really up to you. So I'm going to leave mine like this, and we're going to go back to, close out this face image, and we're going to go to the hands layer. So I'm going to click on middle hands, go to my hands photograph, and drag and drop it into my Triptych Portrait template. Title this one hands. And then again, once it's resized over top of the middle box, enter to hit my check mark. I'm going to press Alt on my keyboard again, look for the arrow pointing down with the square, and click. So you're going to Alt, click. If you want to undo it, just Alt, click again. Notice that the arrow goes away. So now we have the hands in here as well, and you can resize this to be any way that you wish, as long as it fits inside. You don't want any black areas. And then we're going to do the last one. So I'm going to go down to my bottom feet layer. I'm going to drag and drop that one over. Resize it so it fits on my bottom square. Remember, you can see as little or as much as you want by resizing it and moving it. Title this one feet or shoes. I'm going to go back here again, press Alt on my keyboard, click between the 2 layers, and there we have his shoes. And for the most part, there you are, you have your triptych. Now from here, what I want you to do is make a choice. Do you want it to be completely black and white? We can use an adjustment layer for that. You can also use the clipping option to clip it to a specific photograph, if perhaps maybe this one's a little bit lighter than some of the other ones. So I can go down to my hands layer, make another black and white if I want to, clip it to that one because this one seems a little bit brighter, so I'm just going to darken it up just a tad so that it matches. You can always go back to this one up here and increase the contrast on Mr. Gallardo's face so that they match better. Then go down to my feet layer, add one more black and white adjustment layer. I'm going to clip it and then brighten this up just a tad as well so that we have really good contrast going on. Last thing you're going to do is go to the top of your layer stack, pick up your type tool, and you're going to give your portrait a title. I would use a nice clean font, make it large enough to see, centered in the middle, and you are done. Now you can also leave it color if you wish. You can also use the layer masks to color with black to get rid of any color, or I'm sorry, to get rid of any black and white that you might want. Maybe you want your person to be half in color, have part of it be in color, and part of it be in black and white. Totally your choice if you want something to stand out. So it's totally up to you. From here, you're going to, like I said, add the name. I would recommend putting your signature down here on the bottom right, and you can call it a day. Good luck.